Hello everyone and welcome to Prestige Encounters, the Dungeons & Dragons campaign brought to you by Lich Souls Gaming. I'm your Dungeon Master Michael. We have an exciting session in store for you tonight, but first we have a few announcements to get through. First and foremost, a lot of the music you'll be hearing tonight is brought to you by Midnight Syndicate. Midnight Syndicate is a music production group creating goth, horror, and fantasy RPG music that you can be using at your tables at home. For more information, go to midnightsyndicate.com or use the command !midnight in our Twitch chat for a clickable link. You can watch your music videos on YouTube, listen to the music on Spotify, and even ask your Amazon Alexa device to play Midnight Syndicate right now. We have artwork. Artwork was made by Jeremiah. Jeremiah is our resident artist here at Prestige Encounters and Lich Souls Gaming. And you can have some of his artwork as well. You just give him monies and tell him your character, and it's like getting a reservation at a Michelin star restaurant. It'll happen, and it's worth the wait. So you can message him by joining our Discord, !Discord, or go to lichsouls.com/Discord. And his name is Slimy Rice on there. Also, his nickname is Jeremiah parentheses Diablo Dorado in our Discord currently. So great work, Jeremiah. We love the artwork. It's a fantastic job. Kudos to you. Round of applause for Jeremiah and his artwork, everybody. Yes. I see you, Isaac. I see you not clapping, Isaac. I see you not clapping. Thank you.
Please clap.
All right. So yes. I don't think I have very many other. Oh, we do not have a session next week. There is no session next week of Prestige Encounters. This is session 49 of Prestige Encounters, but we do not have a session next week
because of Thanksgiving.
Yes, and also I am working my other job for Thanksgiving Eve partying. So we will not be live for that, but we'll be live the following week. So we'll see you all in December 3rd.
Yeah.
Yay. All right, everybody, grab your drinks, grab your snacks as we welcome you to our table and we begin tonight's session of Prestige Encounters. And here to tell us what happened last week in his very own words is none other than Diablo Dorado.
Well, is a little bit longer than last week, but I'll give you a little bit of a recap about the great Diablo Dorado, the great warrior, the great fist with the power of the sun behind him. It took a great deal of effort to put him down, a great serpent the size of a mountain shooting lightning out of its maw, fighting him in one-on-one combat, failing to out-wrestle him, and taking quite the ass-kicking. But alas, it swallowed him whole, knocking his lights out and finishing him off with the crackling hatred it bore.
What happened after that is a bit of a blur. I remember walking alongside a lady guiding me with her light. It's hazy now, but I was relaxing for a while. More than I wanted to. I was told my lineage was connected to some lord or some other, Oriona, something like that, something that had to do with pride, but that's nothing, none of my business. I knew I was dead, but my business was unfinished. What I told Valerie was that in the unlikely event of my demise, she send my body to the damn Sanguisian Empire. That way, if they try to bring me back, I knew I wouldn't be enthralled, and those dry bone sacks of dust would feel my fury, my power, my light. But it didn't exactly end up that way. I woke in a caravan heading out of Allerman back toward Rubaylon. Good man, one who worshipped the same lady gods as Rand, brought me back. He was with his daughter, I think. His name was Father Maxim. He had the smell of a great warrior on him despite his fangs. You know, I thanked him for his help and picked up the slack, helping the people of the region out for a while in his absence while he cared for his flesh and blood. It was a while. I got stronger, pushing myself to the limits. While I didn't know where my veiled vanguard was, I did what I could. I eventually commemorated my rebirth with a new look and a new mark from a talented artisan I assisted with, helping, a small horde of undead get out of his property. After that, I found my way back to the wasteland, searching for a way to the Empire. Luckily, I found one of them caravans with a few of those slack-jawed cadavers on a trade route. A little bit of percussive convincing, and I got myself into the country. I did away with the rotten fucker when I got there. A little bit of trouble here and there. That Empire, it really drains you. You could try as you might, but if you're faltering even for a moment, it gets in your head. I reunited with the Vanguard while I was in the Empire. I learned about Valerie dying, Cram as well. Apparently Cram was some cool, badass motherfucker that sacrificed himself for some shit. I'm gonna one-up him eventually, I think. But I reunited with them, and we talked a little bit. If I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't really feeling up to it, knowing my performance partner was gone. I can only imagine how Emmeline might have felt. They seemed pretty close before I left. We were all in there, got a toll taken out of us by the Empire, like I mentioned. The only way to get rid of it was some church to goddess of the night, some other. We had to give up our blood. I didn't like one bit of it, but it's what we did, heading into that city that we went. We did that, got ourselves clear of the curse. We slept, and we woke up. We were short a couple people. Tali was gone, and that hobgoblin was also gone. I didn't really speak to him much, but we're here. I don't know where it's gonna take us, but yeah. But ultimately, what I have to work on is I am Diablo Dorado. I am the one who conquered death. I am the unended, and I am the infinity.
Thank you so much, Diablo. And this is where our story continues. You are within the Gilded Shroud, the very posh inn or hotel which you have been staying. You were just handed a letter from Rosad and Talia explaining where they were going to seek their own paths that they originally set on. As the manager of this establishment walks away and leaves you to your own devices, what would you like to do?
How far gone could they be? What time do you think they left? I never noticed anything.
They could have left after the party.
Assuming that's why they gave us so much to drink and eat. Rosad was flying us with... Yeah. I think if they wanted us to go with them, they would have asked.
I agree. I don't think it would be wise to chase after them. We don't even know where they went.
No, and they probably don't know where they're going either.
Hopefully they live. It's hard enough for us to get here as a group, right? 2 people. Talia's prone to get in danger, but Rosad's smart enough to keep her alive.
Yeah.
So, what do we do now?
I guess just get breakfast.
That's part of a plan.
I think we should work on fixing what we did. And to do that, we're going to need better gear. So I'm going to find a shop.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we also need to search out this Thaustus for... You said maybe he can have some work for us. Maybe we can make some connections and learn some things. We definitely need to read up more. And we have objectives we have to accomplish more so than just fixing this problem. Naoki has a job to do.
Yeah, we've been putting that off and more, and I grow worried every day as I don't feel the connection to them anymore.
Yeah. So, breakfast, then figure out what we want to do. I mean, Diablo, what do you want to do?
I'm still figuring that out myself.
I think we should definitely go to Thaustus.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think we're going to just find the kind of gear we're looking for, Percy, in a shop. I mean, the last time anyone found anything of any value, it was generally too expensive to buy. We don't have...
I mean, he'll like gesture to what he's wearing. I'm wearing leather armor that's like held together by scraps at this point. I need something better than this. Even if it's just rubbish, it's better than getting hit.
I mean, if you think you can handle it, then we'll look into what we can do. So you want to go shopping again? Why didn't you go shopping when we were in... Never mind. I mean, why didn't you just buy some basic armor before the heist?
We were trying to be sneaky, and I thought better armor would make me less sneaky.
Okay.
I don't know, okay? It was expensive in that place. That's all I've got to say. I didn't like it.
You went to a magic shop. You should have gone to... I could make you better armor.
I went to a hand shop.
Time. Yeah.
Well, gladly, if you want to make some, you make some for me.
Yeah, I mean, it would take time. I'm going to be fixing my own gear.
Okay.
But, yeah.
What was the name of the shop itself? Thaustus' shop? We don't know? We don't remember? Okay. I wonder what wares
He said he was a
are
doctor.
sold there. So,
For
health.
clarification, the shop name was never revealed. In fact, when you asked about it, everybody was like, I don't know who that is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
To correct myself, Mr. Alabaster, I believe, the manager of this place, said it was in the middle ring of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Just past the Styxian.
We're going to run out of money very quickly if we keep going back and forth. So, I mean,
Right.
You need better gear, which you probably won't find what you're looking for here, unless you want fancy stuff. We need to find out more information. I mean, in many ways, embarrassingly enough, I don't know how to get to the Grove. Hopefully we can find that information.
Yeah. Like,
I thought you went through trees.
Yeah.
Can we not do that yet?
You need somebody who knows the location and is capable of doing it.
Yeah, I don't quite know that one yet. The most I can do is when we get closer, I can begin to sense the grove. But when it's this far away, no.
So, yeah. Maybe we'll be able to find something, so might be worth finding somebody who knows something like a library. I mean, we also have that library, and that's close to Dorganol in the Wastes that we need to find too. We had that point as well, so we have places we can go. But right now we're here, so let's make the most of what we can. And obviously, we need
the cart
Have the
driver.
map.
He mentioned going through the city to not pay the tax or the toll. You need a mark. Maybe you guys mentioned that you met the Blackshires. If we talk to them, maybe we can do a job to try get these marks so we don't have to pay anymore.
Did you have a positive interaction with the Blackshires? I just know that you'd met them.
I didn't. I wasn't
It's
there.
been a while.
It was at
been a bit.
a ball.
I would say it went all right.
It was better than our last experience at a ball?
Yes. 1000%.
Oh,
In a way.
okay.
Ish.
I didn't know this was your first ball.
I would argue it was going relatively well until,
Until we did the job. Yeah. So just like no one did anything shady or made enemies of them or met them again and
Anyways.
said them okay. Just want to establish, we want to make sure we know our relationship. Because it's saying having met them versus having a connection with them are different things, right?
I mean, it's worth asking if we don't have to pay the fee.
Okay.
Could you forge the mark if you saw it?
I mean, probably, but I'm gonna guess they've got magical protections against that. And I'm not really feeling like we should maybe possibly break the law. Why will new?
Yeah, using forged papers is always a good idea.
I mean, I know I can get myself across without having to pay, but that's more taking to the sky.
Oh, yeah. You could have saved us money just by changing your shape while you were in the cart.
I didn't really think about it. I'm sorry. But then again, they could have those magical sentries that just shoot down anything that even tries to fly across.
Have we seen many birds in this country, by the way?
Not to your recollection. I mean, there's rats, there's bats. You've seen a few wolves here and there, but outside of that, like not a whole lot of wildlife. Except for the ones on the farm.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a very vibrant, alive place. So, a bird flying above the city might be suspicious if you could see the sky.
Right.
Yeah.
At this point, you hear the doors of the front area open and the sound of metal stomping on the floor. From where you're currently sitting in the dining area, you see a man with a high-collared long jacket. He is wearing a tricorn hat with his and as you look, he has this very pale white face, sunken eyes. The lips are completely gone, showing only his teeth and his gums. And on both his left and his right side are these two mechanical sentinels you've seen. They are a mixture of steam and twisting gears, the grinding sound as they walk with heavy footsteps. Mr. Alabaster steps out. Why, hello, Captain Thornwood. I thought I'd be seeing you soon again. How can we help you? It seems that there is time to pay your fee once more.
Oh my god.
Of course. I'll be right back.
Wait, is he like? Are they paying protection fees? Sinasha whispers to the closest person to her. Like,
A few moments later, and Mr. Alabaster comes back from the back room and sets a bag onto it. It keeps its form. Captain Thornwood quickly looks in the bag. Some more time then. Very well. It's always a pleasure. And with nothing more than a glance, Thornwood turns on his heel and walks out, his 2 sentinels in tow.
Did he take the bag?
He took the bag.
Did the bag continue to keep its shape?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
what do we think that was?
I think you were onto something with the whole protection.
I mean, you could just ask.
I think that would be interesting, but maybe impolite. Do you want me to do it?
It's up to you.
I mean, Percy, you're the sneaky one now, so why don't you try it, Mr. Clockman?
Okay, sure. I'll go up to the front desk where Alabaster is.
He's sitting there polishing his monocle.
Good morning, Mr. Alabaster. How are you? How are you this morning?
Well, I'm absolutely wonderful. How are you today, Mr. Percy? Was it? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, I take good effort to remember everyone coming in and out of this here establishment. How can I help you? Are your rooms to your liking?
Oh, yeah, they're absolutely delightful. I mean, the best rooms we've stayed in a while. I saw a little bit of what just happened. It seems like, you could use some help maybe. We're not from around here. We're kind of looking to get a good reputation, and helping out the good folk of this city is kind of why we're here.
Percy, what languages do you speak?
Oh, no. I speak Common, Elvish, and Dwarvish.
Okay. He says, well, it's really no trouble. We just, sometimes it's better if certain people look the other way, you see. He'll go on and just talk about logistics of financials, the management of running a hotel and a bar all in the same place. Do you understand?
Not really. Sure. As long as... Yeah, okay.
Will you and
No
your
worries.
friends there be heading anywhere today? I can call you a coach if you like.
No, we'll be okay, thanks.
Very well. Well, if you need anything, please feel free to let me know or any of one of our staff members, okay?
Of course.
Assuming we all still had to be dressed up for breakfast.
Yep.
Yeah, Percy will slink back. Yep, I have no idea.
What?
He just talked about numbers. Yeah. Did you know that apparently he buys his wine really, really cheap and then puts a 300% markup on it?
Oh, okay.
So
Not all of it, just
your
the cheap,
takeaway is that running a hotel is a mostly profit measure. He squeezes
Yeah.
out of every platinum he can get? Or what?
Seems like it.
Okay.
But I don't know. Maybe it's just like a fee that you, like a license fee that you need to pay.
To a guard.
Yeah, like maybe the guards do the round to collect the funds. I don't know. Like, I've lived most of my life in a
Maybe.
caravan. I didn't stay in hotels and stuff. I don't know how this works.
Weren't your parents?
It could be a property tax of some kind.
There you go. See, property tax.
Oh, I had to say my father had to pay property tax. It just didn't usually get collected by a guard and given in a bag that way. But
Can't judge. They do things different here, I guess.
We didn't really have that in the Grove.
What did you have?
I mean, the Grove didn't really. You don't really pay property taxes. You paid by
No?
service and hard work, contributing, right?
I'm curious to
Am I
see what this looks like
contributing?
in practice.
It's so much different than living in a big city.
Speaking of big cities, I believe maybe we should take a walk together around and look for some alternatives. I know that the river is present, but I'm trying to think of maybe the plumbing of the city, maybe a sewage system of some kind that we could crawl through. It's not ideal, but I doubt that there are guards posted there.
I mean, do you see how big I am? It better be a big sewer.
It seems like a big city.
For my own
somewhat good
reference as a
size.
DM, how much money does the party currently have?
That's a great question, DM. Let me go ahead and review.
So if it's 20
These
gold
funds.
a person to enter the inner ring, not leave, enter.
Mm. I mean,
Okay, well, we have 219 platinum, 14 gold, 109 silver, and 220 copper.
It's
We all have a bunch of
120 gold to enter the inner ring each time.
Mhm.
yeah. So 12 platinum.
That's if we all go out, right?
Well, I mean, do
If
we
you all come
need
in to the inner ring, so if you come back.
do we need to stay in this section of the city? I mean, it's a very nice hotel, but I mean, are we I mean, I'm fine. This is nice. This is the closest it's been to being home in a long time. These beds are almost as nice as my bed at home. But do we need to spend this kind of money just to stay
No.
here? Like, I could cook a rat and be okay.
I have an idea, only I don't really have any idea where we are, but I figure, wasn't it mentioned that we go north? Isn't that where Lady Darthbine is? Is north? If that's the case, I think that's a better bet than the Blackshires. Just remembering some of the stories Valerie told me about that ball, and I mean, Diablo. It went better than our last, but from what I heard.
Yeah. So we'll like pull out the map. So the problem is we've got this whole gap here, and she like circles around the blank, the Sanguisian Empire. But you know, north, depending on where we are from here, is interesting, and she'll point on the map to where they had marked where they thought the library was. They were supposed to get all that information. So if we're in the Sanguisian Empire, I mean, this may be the only way we're going to get there, but the waters are treacherous too. So like even what we're doing here is interesting, but we have potential
Like-
objectives to go other places.
Like crossing. Are you talking about crossing the water?
Well, that's the
Up-
question.
up
It's learning
here?
if it's possible, right? Because
We could ask.
from the wastes, we have to find a way not only to cross the Loma River, but we have to find an entry and get through the mountains. And we never had any information.
Right. If we just go north through the Sanguisian Empire, then we could go slightly west and perhaps cross this channel.
Yeah, well, and you'd say that
Yeah.
entire area here is also basically unmapped. There's nothing. It's a gap. They know the shape of the mountains, but
No,
we
no,
need
apologize.
an expanded
I
map.
apologize, folks. I didn't help to overhear. If it's a map you're looking for, not quite the information I might be able to help with, but a map you're looking for of our fair empire, you can go to the Archivist Lens, of course. One of my favorite
Archivist
shots.
Lens.
Okay. Which direction would that lovely shop be?
That would be in the middle ring.
Great. Right.
So what you want to do is go to the Grand Necropolis and head on south, out the middle gate, and go right across the river. And in that first central square, the Watcher Square, they'll be right there. Can't miss it.
Okay. Thank you.
We really appreciate all of your help and your hospitality. It's been great.
No problem.
I'm going to step outside, and she'll kind of gather a bunch of the remaining food items onto like a napkin of some kind. No rush. I'm just gonna.
You're supposed to take.
Oh, I think I know who that's for.
She's just gonna go outside and wait and snack on it with Eggy.
Is the little demon guy still around? We haven't heard from him since we
Eggy,
left.
he's still there. He's been
Yeah,
there
he's
with
still here.
Emily.
We're hanging.
Okay, he's just been so quiet.
He's eating an egg.
He's well behaved. I run a strict program. Okay.
So as you all leave, are you heading to the middle ring?
Yes, I think we're going to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So following Mr. Alabaster's instructions, you head to the Grand Necropolis, the central area of the inner ring of the city. And you head south directly from the road that leads at the bottom of the circle. You go out the gates, nobody stops you to collect a fee or toll, and across a bridge that leads into the middle ring. It's the smoke, the coal smoke is not quite as dense here, but it's a lot more dense than the inner ring, as you're very close to the Ironheart district, where the factories and the majority of the human workers, or living workers I should say, do their daily task, contributing to the overall machinery and function of the city. You learn that the inner ring has three main areas. You have the square, the Dreamer Square. They're all squares. The Unveiled and the Watcher. Can someone make a religion check for me, please?
I shall go ahead and do that.
Ooh.
7 and
Emily.
26.
Please, Emily.
Emlyn, while you were in the Chantry of the Veiled Star, you saw that there were descriptions of three children of Nexus. They are known as the Watcher, the Dreamer, and the Unveiled. Respectfully, the Unveiled is the goddess of secrets. The Dreamer is the god of dreams and mental decline. And lastly, the Watcher is the god of cosmic order. And that is what these squares are named after, these town plazas within the inner ring. You go to the middle one, which I believe I said was the Dreamer. And you find the store known as the Archivist Lens. It is a black iron storefront with these high pointed windows and a iron barred fence, kind of giving you a nice little courtyard with some benches and fountains to like sit down and read if you so chose, or enjoy the hustle and bustle of the market of this area. You walk in and it smells like essentially like paper. You open up a fresh book, that smell of paper kind of hits your face, mixed tinged with a slight smell of mildew. You assume from the collection of moisture from within the steam and smoke of the city, kind of mildewing the paper pages within the store. Behind a counter, once the bell of the door rings upon your entry, is a stout gnomish woman, a little on the bigger side with the spectacles on the end of her nose, and she's petting this black cat. She appears to be living, looks up and goes, oh, hello, how can I help you today? Welcome to the Archivist's Lens. What can I do for you?
Good morning. We're here. We need to update our map. We have a map that unfortunately it doesn't show the details of the Sanguisian Empire.
I see. Well, I do have a proper world map. Atra, I am a cartographer, so it's very, yes.
Yeah.
What other kind of books are sold here, or is it simply cartography?
Well, cartography is my main profession. I got a number of texts here. Mostly just stories or tales from adventurers.
Oh.
Yes.
Really? Any...
Would you be willing to buy any stories?
Do you have any texts that I might be interested in? That sounds nice.
I have a few. They may be of curiosity. I can list them out for you. I have a fauna and flora of Drailworm, occult recordings and celestial events, culture and history of Drailworm. Let me search through here. So kind of dig through the bag a bit. I have the Anatomy of Unicorns, Volume 3, A Smith's Inner Flame, Tourist's Guide to the Plane of Fire, Volume 2, A Song of Ice and No Final Stories, Book 4, The Mundane Mimicry of Shapeshifters, A Flump's Tale, Primary Psychosis Studies, Necrosis.
I absolutely love A Flump's Tale. That was the book that my mom would read to me at night.
I would be willing to part with it.
A lot of books that we don't normally publish here in Sanguisian Empire. But I'll tell you what. Any book that you have, all the books that you have, I will buy them for. How does let's see, 25 platinum sound.
That sounds good. We have a deal.
And I'll tell you what. I will even throw in a copy of the continental map that I have on hand.
How generous. You are my hero. Thank you.
So she... Go ahead.
And what kind of books? You said you sell books of adventures. Any interesting volumes that you might have?
Well, I have a few books. I do have a written history of the Keepers. They're from a continent known as of Mernwen, across the sea, and they tragically died at a festival when a fire demon that they sealed was released due to tampering of a bad person, and they slew their enemy, but suffered mortal wounds themselves. I'm sorry, I spoiled the ending. I do that sometimes. It's my mistake. You obviously don't want the book anymore.
So that's the prelude to the story of the Seekers, then.
Yes.
Gee.
I do have a story of the Seekers and how they broke the world.
That's written differently than the one that my mother read to me.
Yes, the historians of some parts of the world do not look kindly upon them.
The books I read were about how the Seekers made a great sacrifice to save the world.
This one is the blunder of the Seekers, written by a Minorialis.
What a piece of crap that Lord Minorialis is. Minorialis. I don't know the name. He doesn't sound all that important. Okay. And you said you might have a world map. Is that just talking about this continent or the other continents?
I do have a map of this known region.
Okay. Because the party has both.
So, with this, she will go and grab your bag of 25 platinum, taking all the books out of Emmeline's inventory. And she'll come with a scroll that is about a meter by 2 feet, so 2 feet by 3 feet. Large map. And in fact, let's go ahead and give it to y'all.
Oh no! Oh wow!
Wow.
The God Scar.
That.
So, welcome to the region known as the Sanguisian Empire. The map is smaller than was predicted by cartographers within the cities to the northwest. However, you see that the Sanguisian Empire is comprised of 6 major cities. You have Auschwitz, the one that you are currently in, that is there in the northeastern corner. That is against the Black Iron Mountains. You have the city of Hearthstead to the southeast. You have the Whispering Mire to the far south. Valenheim to the southwest, more like west. Vastorum to the northwest, and in the middle of the map is Deorum Finis, also the capital of the empire. The map also details some of the major geological areas, such as the Field of Silent Ash, which you ventured through on your way to Auschwitz. That's where you were teleported to. It takes up a large majority of the region of the Sanguisian Empire, mixed with the Mornwood. Outside the Shifting Bogs to the south, you have the river known as the Miasma, the Adria channel, and the Ventria channel as well. And then you have the river Styxian that starts the lake to the south of Auschwitz and moves north through it, cutting through the mountains. And then finally the river Gloria to the south as well. That separates Hearthstead from the rest of the continent.
Interesting. So what's this about the God Scar to the north?
You don't know about the God Scar?
No. I mean, there's other things, but
Tell me. You don't know about. How much do you know about the history of the Sanguisian Empire?
not enough. Do you have a book on the history of the Sanguisian Empire by any chance?
Only notes of my own of research I've collected of my travels.
You were an adventurer?
Once. And then I took a hand axe to the back.
Oh,
Oh, it's still there.
Well, she goes to a journal off of her own little what's the word I'm looking for? A book, a stand that holds a book. What is that called?
Bookshelf?
No. Thank you.
Pedestal.
Pedestal. Sure. Lectern. That's the word I'm looking for. Lectern.
Yeah, that's what it is.
She pulls a journal that she was writing in when you arrived while she was petting the cat, and she tells you the story of how the Sanguisian Empire is the region of which a major cosmic conflict took place. The gods themselves fought over dominion in the mortal plane, and this is the land where a majority of their battles took place, creating scars across the land. Gods fell crashing into the earth, and it left this land cursed. It is said that the great Imperator, a necromancer, a great powerful sorcerer king, pleaded with the goddess of the night, Nexus, to protect what little he had left of his kingdom. And in doing so, he became undead, learning the ways to convert his soul into an object and obtaining immortality in this way.
Why?
Not only was this power came to be, but also the origin of vampirism. if I may read, from a historical note I took. As those of the divine suns scorched the world, and divine moons shattered the lands with their coldness, Nexus, the goddess of the cosmic void and silent night, watched. She saw the slaughter, not the mortal soldiers, they were merely dust, but the endless wasteful consumption of power. Nexus retreated into the deepest part of her domain, the cosmic void, taking counsel with her children. They revealed a terrible truth. If the gods continued their fighting, the source of all existence would be completely drained, leaving behind a cold, silent nullity. Nexus needed an agent, a perfect mirror to her own will that could halt the rapid chaotic consumption of life and magic. She needed guardians who possessed internal stillness, who could absorb and conserve the vital fluid of the world, and who would thrive only when the destructive solar and lunar deities were absent. She chose a powerful line of mortal sorcerer kings and ruthless warlords, ancestors of the Blackshires, who had already proven their mastery over mortal field and temporal power. One night, under the cold light of her assembled constellations, Nexus descended upon her highest altar. She did not speak, but sent her will, a cold, crystalline command, into the hearts of the gathered kings. Chaos drains, life is finite. The great stillness requires internal custodians. I offer you the ultimate vow, life without the sun's tyranny, power sustained by the very blood that fuels the chaotic heart of the world. You shall take this essence, you shall hoard it, and in doing so you shall slow the decay. You shall be my shield against the consuming light. The ritual was simple and profound. Nexus did not touch them with power, but she touched them with absence. She removed the very spark that bound them to the sun and the natural cycle of life. To live internally, they must draw the essence of life from the living, hoarded and consumed in the shadows, a direct antithesis to the solar gods who waste their power in fiery battles. They were made weak and brittle under the sun, forces that represented the chaotic destructive deities. They would only be truly powerful in the sacred darkness. But in doing so, they gained an internal existence, allowing them to accumulate power and knowledge, while keeping their form, becoming the ultimate agents of the great stillness. Thus, the first vampires were born, bound not by a demon's curse, but by the midnight vow, a solemn internal contract to preserve and hoard the world's dwindling resources until Nexus chose to usher in the final complete night. They became the first instruments of the Sanguisian Empire, founded not on conquest, but on the divine mandate to govern and control all entropy. She closes the book.
That's interesting.
Wow.
So, what happens if you travel to this god scar now?
No one goes. There is
There's
disruptive power in the air from the masses of long dead gods, internal storms, and it's not a place that anyone dares go.
You've not heard of anyone trying? Not as
Oh,
surely someone,
I've heard of people trying.
and they've never come back.
No.
And what's this Warden Spire?
That was once a prison.
a prison. It looks massive.
If it was a prison, what is it now?
It was abandoned.
Why?
That I do not know.
We know how long ago it was abandoned? Was it...
It's been long since abandoned for centuries.
Question for you, because, I mean, your map is quite brilliant. She points to the region to the west of the God Scar. Do you know anything about this region? Do you have any idea what might be there? We've heard rumors of something, an ancient library, or...
That is a region that was touched by the war amongst gods.
So traveling...
Ships sink. Things are struck out of the sky as they travel there. I imagine with a blessing to rival it, you may be able to reach it, but no such person has achieved such a thing that at least I know about.
So, traveling there isn't something we can just manage easily. And the power of your goddess Nexus, has it always been as present as it is now, or was she impacted by the edicts of Casimir?
Nexus is always a reminder of what comes at the end of all things. While she was not able to directly interfere with things, she never quite has, entrusting her servants to do so.
Interesting. Oh, this is brilliant. Great work.
This has given us a lot to mull over together.
While we're in the area, do you happen to know of a shop run by a man named Thaustus?
Shh. How do you know that name? She quickly goes over to the curtains of her shop and she shuts them and looks back at you.
A man named Mortis asked us to give him a message.
Have you been saying this name freely around the city?
Probably about 6 or 7 times.
Were you followed?
No.
But what? Is he a criminal?
Not per se. But he
Is
likes his
he-
privacy.
So, he goes after people who seek him out?
Make a persuasion check.
Sure. I can certainly try. 12.
12. Okay.
I mean, it's not bad. It's actually bad.
She wavers for a moment. There are a lot of things within Ashes that like to lurk to be unseen.
Mhm.
Now, it's not quite conspicuous, but you can find him here in the middle ring.
We've heard that as much.
Any idea where?
Follow the river to its source on the mountain.
Okay.
Will do.
How much is that book, Written History of the Keepers, by the way?
How much?
We got it in the trade,
How do we get it? I think we did
I
it.
thought.
You didn't.
Yeah.
It's 5 silver.
5 silver. And the Blunders of the Seekers? I'm just curious to see how much they're different to perspective.
If you buy both of them, 8 silver.
Okay, she gives 1 gold. Keep the change.
You, do you have any beginner books?
Oh, yeah. Do you have any books on teaching people to read?
A picture book, maybe?
Children's books. Mhm.
She goes to a back shelf and comes back wearing not wearing but holding a very thin book that says see zombie eat.
Everybody poops.
I'll take it.
This one you can have, sweet child.
Thank you. And he'll like hold his like eyes up to it, being like, I don't know what that says.
That's because it's upside down, Naoki. Need to turn it the other way.
Look at there. Heat. She leads into the shopkeeper. We haven't gotten the name. Saying, sorry, what was your name?
My name
We
was
never got your
is Mistress Fidget Quill.
Mistress Fidget Quill. Yeah, he has I believe they call it amnesia, so he might have known how to read once, but yeah,
I see.
hopefully we can spark his memory. Thank you. I'm Sanasha, by the way.
I'm Emmeline. Book connoisseur.
You seem to
Yes.
have a number of goals here while you're in Ashes. Watch your backs, be safe, and pay attention to what's going on around you.
Mm-hmm.
You may
Yeah,
find
and
something
don't
interesting.
yeah, and also don't agree to go to people's houses for dinner. We learned yesterday.
Yes.
Well,
I'm sorry, but
I don't
I
know.
must close up my shop now. I wish you all well.
Sanasha looks at the watch. What time of the day is it?
It is noon.
You're not closing up because of us, are you?
No, it's lunch break.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, enjoy your lunch. Hopefully one day you'll get that hand axe out of your back.
You should keep reading these stories as we travel up the river. Sanasha, if you feel so inclined. Unless there's something we'd rather talk about, but
Oh, I'll get to these books probably by the time we're there, so.
while we're walking and then as this like not auto, but audio book is playing, okay, from Sanasha.
Oh, Sanasha's literally.
Can I just keep an eye out?
In the middle of the pack, reading with a
Yeah.
person like Belle from Beauty and the Beast, like just like.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me, please, Emmeline, as you're looking around.
Percy's also looking out after being warned about someone maybe following them.
So with advantage,
Yeah.
Emmeline.
Okay. Quite perceptive indeed.
So
21.
You're looking around, and by the way, Aggie can give you the help action whenever you do something as well. So it gives you advantage by default if you have him give you the help action. As
Noted.
he is your
Period.
familiar.
Period.
So you and Percy are looking around, and you notice that as you're walking through the crowd, there is a figure that is following you. The hood is up. It is a brown hood. Looks to be like someone that would be a worker in the lower ring, and they just are following. As you like go to a stall to like look at the wares, they stop and like also look at wares. So a couple stalls down, and once you start walking, they put whatever they were looking at down and start walking as well.
Does he divulge this information?
What should we do?
I think we should get Razar to do that psychic. Oh, he's not here.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about?
There's a guy behind us who's like been following us for like 20 minutes now.
What is
That's
that? Our
somebody.
6 o'clock or noon?
I don't know, something like that.
It's 20 past noon. Sorry, what?
I mean, like directionally.
Oh,
Did I try tripping him?
Of the book, it sticks in the bag. Is something
Just-
happening?
Just look out for a alley. Shh, 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 shh. Look, is there any alley that we could like go into? Any like non-populated
several.
area?
These, I mean, non-populated, not so much, but an alley where there's fewer people. There are several, and there's a lot of dark corners in this city. They keep their shadows are sacred to them. Remember this.
All right, guys. On the count of 3, we're gonna run into the alley and hide. All right?
Wait. Is it a good idea to go into a non-populated area when you're being followed?
I mean, it's just one guy.
There's a lot of us.
Handle it.
How far back is this person following us?
About 20 feet.
Not even that far.
They're keeping you.
They're
They're
gonna-
a very dense crowd. They're keeping you just within their eyesight.
You got something on your mind, Ren. I could tell you got that signature contemplative look in your eye.
I don't very much care for being followed like this.
Neither do I.
Could always trip them up with some magic.
Magic.
As this discussion takes place, you hit the leftmost square of the town, the square of the Watcher. And there seems to be a small, not a small, but a moderate crowd present, and it's growing. They're observing something.
Can the tall ones see?
What are they?
In the middle of the square. Naoki, as you're how tall are you? Who's the tallest person in
6'4".
the party?
Sinatra.
Yeah.
Sanasha, as you look forward, you see that there is a raised wooden platform, and there is a armored knight. It's his face obscured, standing next to another man, appears to be a worker clothing, that has kneeled his head down on a chopping block. A captain of the guards of the city, specifically the night wardens, with his 2 sentinels that all captains have, is standing there also witnessing the event.
I think there's an execution.
In the middle of the city? Wow.
Yeah. Can she see whose head's on the chopping block?
A faceless, not a faceless, but like a working class person, a living.
Just looks like a normal person. Maybe we should. I know we're worried about this person behind us, but Sanasha kind of like asks the person closest. Sorry, who's being executed today?
It's a man standing there, looks at you and like, one of the rebels of the city.
Rebels, sir.
Mm.
Okay. Do people look like angry about this or fired?
They
like,
are cheering.
Are like they being thrown bread by any chance? Bread and circus, you know?
So you notice the number of people are, some of them are holding a pendant that you recognize from the Church of Nexus, as this man, and some of you recognize the knight. This is Sir Dorian Inglorian, the knight that was with Baron and Baroness Blackshire when they met you at the ball. His hand rests on a sheathed sword, ready to draw it. The captain is reading the crimes that this man has attacked a number of people in the city, causing fear, and he, along with the rest of his ilk, will be sorted out and found. And with the call, the final charge being read, Sir Aglorian draws his shield as his sword. As he does so, the blade of the sword ignites white with flame, and he comes swiping it down and slices off the man's head, it cauterizing the wound upon impact. The captain says, "Throw him in the river." The body is discarded in such a way.
Assuming there's loud cheers from the crowd.
The crowd is eating this up. They are cheering for this man. But go ahead and make an insight check there, Sanasha.
Nope.
You're looking around, and it appears that most people are enjoying this justice being served. And upon the body being thrown into the river, it with the pollution of the river, it floats quite easily, and it slowly, at a sluggish rate, flows down until it fades from sight. And at this point, the crowd starts to disperse.
That would have been a good time for us to lose our tail.
We still can try.
How about this? We split left and right around the crowd and gather on the other side and see who he's more interested in following.
I have a theory real quick. If we were warned about not speaking of this person we're off to go visit, maybe they're
be named.
They're a part of the rebel force.
Mr. P.
Maybe
and we're being warned not to go there.
Maybe we shouldn't speak of things like that in a public crowd.
He's whispering.
That would be a crazy story. That would make for a great book.
I would presume, though, that our tail is also a rebel.
Let's
try that splitting up technique.
Has the tail caught up with this yet?
He's keeping his
I wish I
distance.
had a tail.
Okay.
Well, Sanasha will break left. She goes, Diablo, you lead part of everyone to the right. Let's keep this discussion going. When we go back up.
I have a much simpler idea.
Okay.
Oh, what's your idea, Ren?
then he's going to cast Misty Step and be behind the tail. And like, yeah.
So you cast Misty Step and you disappear from sight, reappearing behind the hooded man. Okay, what do you do?
Well, he'll have his sword drawn, but not like at the down and ready, and be right up behind him. Be, why are you following us?
The man, like he straightens up, his back stiffens as he looks behind him, and looks at you like as a side glance. Very nice trick. I'm sorry, I do not believe I was following you. Perhaps you were just going the same direction.
Yes, let's join him. Sinasha walks up from the front.
Yeah, Diablo's just kind of weaving through people, pushing, if he needs to, as they might not be able to see him walking past.
And you have friends. Hello, friends.
I already got one tail. I don't need two.
So you're all under the same assumption, and I was following you. I just was going the same direction as you is all. In fact, I got sidetracked here by this execution, and I was about to make my way south back towards my home.
Oh, that sounds
Is
wonderful.
he lying?
Make an insight check.
Insight. A 9.
As far as, it's hard to read overall, but there's no indication that he's lying to you.
Could I detect his thoughts currently?
Are you
Can I
casting
get
Detect
a
Thoughts?
wisdom?
Wisdom?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast that on him as he's
13.
saying this, and as Percy. Okay, that fails. So I now know what's on his surface level mind.
So the immediate thoughts that you get on the surface level are, how did they notice me so well? Who are they following? Why are they interested in Thaustus?
What's he thinking?
You're not being honest with us, and really, I don't think there's anything for you to worry about. Perhaps we should ditch this whole hostility thing and grab a drink or a bite to eat and get to the root of our common issue.
Or a dark corner, if that's more
He
your
gives
thing.
you a toothy grin. Well, there's a restaurant right over here. I just so happen to enjoy.
It's on our house.
It's on us.
It's on us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I see. Well, come on, and we will have a nice meal. How does that sound?
What's the name of this?
Nice meal and some information. Good question.
You walk in and it is a mixture of, it's a tavern, restaurant, inn kind of place. It's called the Cog and Gauge Tavern.
Og and Gauge Tavern.
Mm-hmm. As you walk in, it has a number of these brass tubes stretching along the ceiling and the walls, seem to carry some sort of steam or heat. But as you walk in, there is a goblin living person standing behind the counter. Hello, welcome to the Cottage Engage. Rooms for the afternoon. We go nightly, hourly, daily, century. What would you like?
Food. Just food.
How many in your party? I got what? Seven in your party.
Plus a child's meal.
And a child's meal, so 7 and a half. Well, any dietary needs, blood, flesh, that sort of thing.
Yeah, we'll just
don't
look over to the
believe
guy
so.
that's with us just to see if he says anything.
He doesn't.
Okay.
Actually, how much would? Oh, what? Forgive me.
I'm not picky.
I mean, not blood. That would
This is
be
true.
for just. I mean,
I see.
I want food. Immortal food.
He'll
as it
walk you
were,
over
yeah.
to a table and set you down in here.
Is there a vampires only section?
No, but there are a mixture of ghouls and other undead, like sentient undead. You don't see any zombies or skeletons here. They are very low level undead. They don't have sentience about them, as they're just reanimated corpses. Versus like ghouls or vampires that are people turned into undead while still living in one way or another. Make sense?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So there's a number of appetites that you see here and there. Sets you down, gives you a menu. Enjoy.
I was wondering if there was like a goth section where all like the dark dressed vampires are hanging out together, you know, smoking clove cigarettes. That is a 90s joke. I should not have done that. Womp womp.
And
Yeah,
how
we'll
private
try
is
to-
the area we're in?
Oh, private? It's in a corner.
Cool.
Well, you have me. What?
Do
How
we
can I
like
help
make?
ya?
Is he sitting on the outside?
He's
so he can
sitting
get a-
on the end of the table, head of the table.
Why don't you move it a little bit? I like the end of the table. I've got big legs.
Well, I got some broad shoulders. I'm fine here. I eat left-handed, so I need that side free.
Oh, I'm left-handed too. Isn't that
That's
interesting?
unfortunate. I'll take this
Is-
seat. What are you gonna do?
So,
Tackle me in the middle of this here establishment? Let's not make a scene of things. I'm not
Oh,
gonna.
sorry.
Oh, we
do
don't have
anything
to do
hasty.
that.
What was that? Sorry. Are we really gonna do this right now?
no.
Are we-
No.
She like cracks her knuckles.
Believe we just want a bit of an explanation.
Of course. I'm happy to help.
We know that whole going in the same direction as us because you were just going about your day, heading back home right after. That's a load of bullshit.
Which is fine. It appears that certain folks are quite targeted in this city. Are you on friendly terms with
The Blackshires.
he who shall not be named or them?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm simply a man who has no sway in the workings of this world.
So you didn't just watch one of your friends die, perchance?
I don't know who he is,
Okay.
but I did hear a rumor around this city. Information travels fast through the networks, and there was a group of misfits that found their way in a city they don't know, throwing the name Thaustus around left and right.
This would be us.
So I simply found people matching your investigation, and I came to look.
Or why?
Why not? I mean, information is valuable among certain people. Just a matter of who to sell it to.
Interesting.
Perhaps you might be some of my best customers.
So, You sell information, and I assume you take a price to not sell information? Is that what
If
you're
the
suggesting?
price is right. Sir will come over, set down glasses of greenish water. He'll pick it up and take a sip from it.
What does it smell like?
You smell it, and it has like an earthy smell to it.
What flavor of water is this? She asked as they set it down.
Nauseous
Just like
flavored.
It's not okay. It's not like cucumber water.
I love it when the boss come to Oshes.
What is posh about a cucumber?
Takes a lot of water to grow a cucumber.
It does.
The fancy green melons that's slim.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm
One way to
guessing
call
you are
them
a
that.
misfit of this group there. Tall, green woman.
I'm not a misfit. I'm just, yeah, probably a little bit. Sorry, I've been kind of, my adult life is about fixing problems by breaking things.
Mm.
You know,
That works a lot.
people who talk too much don't talk as much when they don't have any teeth.
So, let's get to the point. What do y'all want to know?
What's up with this rebel situation? What are they rebelling against?
It's
It
simple.
seems to be majority unpopular.
The rebels simply don't like the rule of the Black Shires. They're vehemently against the blood tithe. And they want to see living ruling over the city.
The Blackshires have ruled for a long time.
Long time.
Real shame. People would want to overthrow people who are such great rulers.
Depends on your perspective, I guess. The Black Shires, they keep the city safe. They're not necessarily evil, one could think.
Does he appear to be living?
Make an insight check. So we're
Can I point out something that I'd be looking for that maybe might help me
Sure.
in this? If he's drinking from the cup that he was given, can I see if his breath is fogging up the glass at all
I'll give
when
you
he puts his
advantage
lips
on
to
that.
it? Okay.
Nice.
That's a 21. That was a natural
Upon
20.
him taking a drink of the water, there doesn't appear to be any fog on the glass when he takes a drink from it. At the same time,
Right.
some people, most of those who are transplants here, don't believe in the blood tithe. They think that being undead is inherently evil. But I don't think you all think that, seeing the condition status of your friend. He gestures to Renatus.
Oh no, he just has a bad complexion.
Yeah, he doesn't moisturize.
Only a lot
It
more
seems
of a
so
moisturizer
strange.
for that. What seems strange?
Do people get transplanted here often? Why would you go to live somewhere where you hate the premise?
A lot
You
of
wouldn't live in a
people
swamp if you hate water.
don't come here by choice. They get brought across by people who think that they can make a quick buck by capturing and selling them to what is believed to be enslaved. But no such trade happens here. Those types of people get executed and the people are set free. but also don't have the constitution to make their way back home, so they ended up here, started families. Or what is the rest of their lives.
Noted. And our current, I guess you could say, target, is he connected to this rebel force at all? Is it something we should be cautious of?
Oh, that's gonna cost you. He'll hold out his hand.
Ain't it enough we're paying for this meal of yours?
This information's worth a bit more than a meal. 50 gold ought to
Percy
do it.
will drop a platinum into his hand.
I'll gesture for more.
I platinum with 50 gold.
Yeah, he'll drop 4 more platinum in then.
And you know what?
One
you
by
keep,
one.
You keep one since you're paying for a meal.
How kind.
Server will come out, set down a roasted, grilled meat, and then some vegetables. Right, so they have they look a little pale, mostly root vegetables, potatoes, that sort of thing. I love how I could only think of one root vegetable in that exact moment. Potatoes, onions, carrots,
potatoes, carrots,
Carrot.
cabbage.
A beet.
Onion.
and they set
Some
down
squash?
and they set down the
No.
same meal in front of this man.
No. Okay.
Thaustus is a inventor. He deals in all sorts of materials, gadgets, gizmos. I think both sides of the political spectrum find him useful, but it's more of a, you have to be in the know what to do to get access to him.
Interesting.
I think we're pretty in the know, I would say.
Well,
Look at us.
in the know of who he is, yeah, but gotta stop throwing names around like that.
Oh, we were suggested to find him by a friend of his named Mortis.
Should have
Interesting.
led with that,
Okay.
but maybe not throw the name around to just anyone walking down the street and inviting you over for a dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Noted as well.
Yeah. See, where I'm from, it's not usually a problem to mention the name of a prominent figure, even if they are a little controversial. But, that's, I guess, the different circles.
Were you planning on selling the current information about us to anyone? Does anyone want to know that we're here? Since it's going around.
I'm sure someone would find it interesting that a random band of adventurers living, in particular, well, for the most part, don't want to leave you out, and we're going around asking questions about a dealer of materials.
Well, as my mother said, there's no such thing as well, she actually never said that, but there are no such thing as stupid questions. So, I mean, we can't get in trouble for asking questions, right?
I kind of get the impression that the answer is you can get in trouble for asking questions in the wrong places. I know, it's a lesson for me too. I always believed in the free exchange of information, but that's, of course, different cultures, different countries.
My last question.
Go ahead.
Oh. Do you think the Blackshires are good leaders? Do they have good property tax? You said they protect the city. I mean, what kind of laws do they have?
No different than most places, and we don't pay a tax here, except for the blood tithe.
Okay. So in that case, I mean, it seems the rebels are kind of making a big deal out of nothing.
We don't exactly know both sides of anything, but we're foreigners.
There are a lot of information brokers here in the city.
You're just one of them.
I'm just one. You were with another, but he mostly deals with noble gossip.
Assuming you mean the owner of that Knight's Inn.
Alabaster.
Look at you go. Well, if you find the I'm gonna give you one last piece of advice. You will find Dr. Thaustus in the Flesh and Flux Emporium down by the end of the river.
The top end, right?
The source.
The source?
Go up to the counter, and the words you want to use are the drains run to the root.
Perfect. Thank you.
Now, if you're more interested in knowing more about the rebels, you can find them at Din La Luna in the Ironheart district.
Was there any panic recently about the? We heard of a plague impacting the undead.
It emboldened the mercenary group. They thought they can hit the Blackshires while they're at their weakest, but suddenly they were back as if nothing had happened.
Was that something you're pleased is dealt with? I assume the ticking clock was a great panic for this country. What kind of how interested would people be in the people who saved the country, a nation?
A lot of people I don't think know that happened.
Blackshires might be interested in that sort of information. Now,
Interesting.
I'm going to give you two last pieces of advice since you paid such a fine price for this. If you go to Din La Luna, simply say, just go to the barkeep and ask if the curtains are drawn against the sun. And if you find yourself back at that very nice hotel you were at earlier, and you want to know more about the Blackshires, just tell them that your shadow needs no reflection. But just know that there are spies everywhere, and once you go to one, you can't go to the other. They won't take you no matter what you say.
That doesn't count the flesh in Flesh Emporium, I assume.
Dr. Thaustus plays both sides of the fence as long as you have the right amount of coin. I will say though, if you want to know how you can help with the upheaval of the aristocratic order, then La Luna. But there was a very nice masquerade ball happening here in just about 5 days for the harvest season. Perhaps Mr. Alabaster can get you invitations if you go to him. Make your choice. He stands up. The chair he's sitting on kind of screeches against the wood chair, squeaks against the wood floor. Well, I'm gonna go. Nice talking to you.
Good speaking with you.
Thank you.
And you'll leave.
Much appreciated.
his meal untouched on the table. And that's where we're going to take our mid-session break. So if you're just now joining us,
If you're just now joining us, hello. We love the fact that you're listening to our beautiful voices and you're joining a session with lots of intrigue about a new country. But if you want to figure out what wonderful things happened before I'm saying these words I'm saying right now, you can find the live stream is available after the fact on all the podcast networks. So you can just listen to our beautiful voices and get caught up from the start of the session. Or if you want to get caught up on the actual live play with video, you can find us on the YouTubes where we upload Prestige Encounters every Tuesday, or join us live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the Twitch to watch Prestige Encounters from the start and join us in chat and community and see things live as they happen, and watch us on TikTok and YouTube and other places. And we play other wonderful games like Dead by Daylight, Marvel Rivals, and whatever fun things we choose to play. So join us on our community and play games with us.
thank you so much, everybody. We'll be back here momentarily. Stay tuned. And welcome back, everyone. So we lost
And welcome back, everyone.
The party had just met an interesting information broker that they did not get the name of. And they are currently sitting in a restaurant with some roasted meat in front of them. And they were left with a decision to make. However, at this moment in time, Bill Vanguard, what would you like to do?
I'm taking the meat that he left.
And we got the child's meal for Eggy, so
Just grab the plate and put it all on mine.
I assume Aggie's just eating to his content right now. But, well, I think we know the obvious decision, guys. So we should probably head back into the inner ring and speak with Mr. Alabaster. Yes.
Just whoever's at the table just hears some creaking and a little bit of splintering as Diablo brings his hand from under the table, gripping the one of the table legs, two on top.
I don't think we should be going back to that alabaster.
Why?
Why not?
it is expensive.
He's a very generous man.
Generous. Whatever kindness you're feeling from these people, it's superficial. I know what they're like. I can't associate with the Blackshires. Not that way.
I mean, are we planning on picking sides in the politics of a nation we're just visitors in? Was that the suggestion here?
Remind me of your name. I'm sorry.
Sanasha.
Sanasha. Now I'm gonna keep my voice low while I tell you this.
Mhm.
But way back when the Veiled Vanguard formed, I was asked my motivation. I said, my motivation is to split the darkness and the mist over the east.
Oh, I thought that was a
Son.
metaphor.
Oh,
I put a little spin on it.
you want to bring the light back here? Is that your suggestion?
In a sense.
Oh.
You all appeared here by happenstance, correct?
I mean, not happenstance for me. You were good at Naoki. My job was to find Naoki, make sure he was safe, and now my job is to protect Naoki until he can save the Grove. so, or
I mean-
help investigate what happened with the grove at least.
I mean, here in this empire, it wasn't your plan, from what I'm hearing from y'all.
I should be back
No.
home right now.
I came here with a purpose. And it's a purpose I've held on to for a long time. And teaming up with them, with those Blackshires, would mean spitting in the face of that purpose.
Agree with Diablo.
You know, I've been meaning to ask you, Renatus. Thank you for reminding me by speaking up. Do you remember telling me about that dream you had?
Yes.
Do you remember the crow? Or the raven, which were with the skull and the eye?
I remember it very well.
Oh yes, wasn't there like a blazing hot sword too?
You mean like the
Mhm.
one the knight?
Yeah, the very one.
And the banners that were displayed at the front of the city. Did you find those interesting at all? You know, how they depicted that exact crow eating the eye from a skull topography. I found that very interesting. What do you think it means?
Hey,
Get the context, but
Well, whether that vision I had was simply a dream or a premonition, it seems like I may not be leaving this part of the country alive.
So, to my understanding, you, Diablo and Renatus, you do not want to be goody-goody with the richest, most influential folks in the town. That's what I'm hearing.
Didn't get given a second chance to be goody-goody.
Why would I want to side with the very ones that may be destined to strike me down?
were you seeing a premonition of your future or a premonition of your past?
That's the question.
Does it matter at this point?
Well, the difference is we move on. The other one is you could get revenge.
I guess my last question. I mean, you would be fine with us being friends with Lady Darthbine, right? That's not an issue. It's just the Blackshires that's an issue. Is that what I'm understanding? Or is it all undead nobility? Because that might prove to be a problem. And we might have to work through that a little bit together.
I ain't exactly fond of this place as a whole. But I have a specific scope in mind that doesn't necessarily include every single noble. As much as that would be brilliant.
Okay. Well, this was a great meal.
I thought the chicken was lovely.
I'm getting claustrophobic a bit and a bit paranoid about some of those people across the room.
Yeah, I think
Maybe we should get on our way.
Yeah, we should probably not linger too long. Do we pay for our meal already?
The total meal is going to be 12 silver from this fine establishment.
Easy. Got it.
Okay, so to the flesh and flush then.
Flesh and flux.
Flux, okay. Flux. Okay, that makes more sense. Flex and flush and flux. I can't say it.
Flex and flush. Oh god.
That would be best. Maybe we might get more of an inkling on what we're getting ourselves into.
Yeah, well, or we'll get some kind of connection here and complete that, and then we. Yeah, we'll do that first, I think. Right? You're okay with that, Diablo, Renatus?
If it's what we must do for now.
Make some connection first, and we don't have to make our choice, but it sounds like we've already made it. Unless anyone objects to the very strong need for not siding with the local nobility. Percy?
I'm worried that we'll kind of do to this place what happened with the other place. And I don't really particularly feel like doing that again. But I would rather help my friends than
He doesn't want to throw another place into chaos, but
go it alone.
I'm just having a hard time really wrapping my mind around the idea that we're going to choose to go into the Iron District, which there's way more smog down that way. We're choosing to go down there to talk to that informant instead of just going to this ball and getting our praises. That's what we're going to do?
I mean,
well, why not? It'll help us out. It'll get us where we need to go.
You know what else they
worth.
like? Being praised by them ain't worth it.
Right. But also, is this really worth going into when we still have other things to do?
It might not be best to stick our nose in city politics right now.
well, we'll see what we find in the Flesh and Flux. Because no matter what happens, Percy needs new gear, and we need. We were suggested to go to find him by his friend, and maybe we'll be able to get ourselves some more powerful gear and hopefully get connections to figure out what we're going to do next, right? I mean, there's a big decision to make here, but I get a feeling we're not going to change their mind, Emmeline. But I also don't want to jump headfirst into it right now.
I just want to understand how we're feeling. I do feel I understand now, so. How's the river looking as we're, because I assume we're walking now? How's that river?
The river is the same as it always looked upon you entering into the city. You can see that there is a smoke-stacked building against the mountainside at the end of the path that you're currently walking on, with this, like, guardrail kind of to your left as you're walking up the way. But as you're walking, you start to hear like whispers. Did you hear the news? Did you hear what happened in the Andril worm? And like you start, like, people, this ripple of information is starting to go through this crowd as people within the market are starting to like talk.
can I just go up to some random person? What did you hear about Jailworm? I heard something terrible happened.
You walk up and this guy with has no lips like many of the ghouls don't that live here. It said that Kiradal fell to a demon lord, and he has now made it his new kingdom here within the mental plane.
Gosh, I wonder what that means.
An artifact is stolen, and the edicts are gone.
Wow.
That is terrible news. Okay.
What's wrong with both of you?
What?
You do not play cards.
I'm not playing cards. What?
Never mind. Poker face.
Well, as this information continues to spread throughout the city, it's basically talking that Kiradel has become the new place for opening within the house, and these demons have been pouring forth and amassing. The city has fallen. A demonic force now resides there. The other cities of Drailworm are still withholding, and they are warding off the attacks from the surrounding demonic forces, using the powers of their own artifacts that they have.
Sounds like Contras has only taken Kiradel so far.
I mean, it won't be long before he takes the rest. He saw what he did to their leader.
Maybe these other artifacts are stronger than the 3 gods who went to challenge him.
I mean, my guess is that he's just slightly injured and resting before his next strike.
Or he's just biding his time while he builds his army.
Exactly.
I wonder if other nations are going to try to help.
It was hard enough to get into Drailworm in the first place.
Yeah.
And the wastes are still dangerous. The waters are treacherous. The question more so is, if the rest of Drailworm falls, where do they go next?
That's a great question, actually.
Citizens stepping up onto a raised area, basically a statue that they're kind of stepping up onto, is a black robed figure wearing a silver mask that obscures the lower half of their face. One of the stellars, the priests of Nexus. Do not worry about this news from Drailworm. You are all within the mighty city of Ashes, within the Sanguisian Empire. Our Imperator will not allow such a force to ruin your homes. You are safe here within the embrace of the great cosmic lady until you are ready to return to the void, which she determines, not some demonic force. Have no worries, my fair citizens. The Blackshires, under their leadership, keep you safe. This seems to offer some comfort as this stellar continues to preach these words. And as you continue to walk down the river, you get to another area where like it's kind of like a market area, and you see another stellar repeating the same lines verbatim.
Does it look like they're believing their own words?
Hmm.
Make an insight check.
They are making a lot of sense to me. I'm really digging what they're saying.
Insight. 17.
They appear to believe what they're saying.
Okay.
This is propaganda.
This might be the safest place, honestly.
I don't know if there's anywhere safe.
I mean, it's touched by Nexus herself, so
Yeah, well. One god. One goddess. I mean, they talked about that god scar, a place scarred by the conflict of the gods. Are we not at risk of entering into the same again? I mean, if no one can go into one part of this land, if there's another war of gods, is the entire world going to fall? Are we all doomed? I mean, they may believe it, but I don't know if I can.
With that lasting thought, you make your way and you find yourself standing before the Flesh and Flux Emporium. It is a copper-plated building. Many of these sheets of metal, that's bronze-colored metal, kind of welded to the front, kind of creating this mismatched, oxidizing patchwork of building these stacks of these stack chimneys above the building itself, releasing steam and smog. The turning of gears can be heard outside building within, turning some sort of mechanism within using the power of the river. You do notice that the gears struggle to turn as they also sweep up the muck from the river, and it gets stuck in its gear, but then it gets kind of mixed in and eventually becomes some sort of like almost oiling or lubrication for the gears themselves.
not any water I've seen before.
Toxic.
You go in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Heading into the Emporium. I typed this out. The shop smells very strongly of coal smoke, burnt oil, and formaldehyde. There is something very metallic that fills your nose and kind of burns it as you enter, like a mixture of blood and vinegar. There is a hum of electricity, or this electric energy that you can hear, and you kind of notice as the arms on your, the hairs on your arms stand up as this energy resonates around you. The immediate shop space is a nightmare of organization. Shelves overflow with jars containing preserved organs, pickled creatures, exotic alchemical liquids, and assorted mechanical components. One wall is dedicated to arcane scraps featuring cracked focusing crystals, broken wands, and singed spell components. Another area is prosthetic and patchwork, where you see a display of crude clockwork limbs and pneumatic ribs, unnerving bundles of preserved leather and sinew. And standing behind a thick wooden counter that's scarred with burn marks and knife cuts is a small brass homunculus creature, kind of looking like a mix between a goblin and a chinchilla almost. And it has very rounded ears. Stepping out from the back is a man who is not standing straight. You notice that there are a number of sewing work done, that's stitching his skin and legs and arms together. Hello. Welcome to the Flesh and Flux Emporium.
Of course. Hello. It's an interesting shop you have here. Can we assume, looking at the water from here,
How
drains?
may I help you?
I was just wondering if the drains run to the root.
You may inspect the drains yourself right this way.
Of course, perfect. He shows us the drains.
Okay.
He takes you to the drains. Stepping into the back room, you are led down a staircase that is made of metal, and it kind of rotates as you go down. You go down what feels like 2 or 3 floors, and finally are brought before. I forgot to mention that the back door is locked that you walk through, but he unlocks it and you go down. Master, these people are your next customers. Stepping out is a short, frantic, and perpetually disheveled with wild graying hair and spectacles perched crookedly on his nose. He wears perpetually soiled, oversized leather apron over an antique high-collared shirt. His hands are most notable feature, as they are a mismatch of colors, scarred, and one pinky finger has been replaced by a tiny articulated brass claw. Yes? Yes? Hello? I am Dr. Thaustus at your service. It is so nice to meet you. I don't think that you have come here before. I would remember every single face that comes here, and especially the exact measurements by pure looking if they would look good on my next flesh golem. But no, not your faces. Those are all rather new to me. How can I help you? Are you here for something interesting, something exotic, something dangerous? How can I help you? You haven't answered my question yet.
Ain't y'all got something for him?
We were given a message by Mortis, not given something to give him, right?
Correct. It was something about money.
It was something about.
You owe Mortis his money.
Mortis? Mortis? You can go back and tell that necromancer that I got that money fair and square. It's not his to take from me. How is he, though? Is he looking dead?
Oh, quite.
I knew it. I knew that he would just continue to rot in his little farm.
We've come for information. Goods?
Information? Information? Well, we have secrets of knowledge in Dr. Faustus's Flesh and Flesh Emporium.
And he suggested that you may have some work that you need to.
Oh, yes.
Always work to be done. Day and night, day and night. His little pinky claw goes. Ding, ding.
We're adventurers by trade.
Adventurers. Wow, so many of you die. So many spare parts that can be used. Now tell me, he takes out a notebook and clicks a little fountain pen. If you were to take a job for me and were to die in the process, do I have access to your limbs and other bodily components to use? Of course, you'd get paid for them as part of the exchange of monetary needs.
We tend to have the tendency to not stay dead.
How dull and boring. But okay, so that would be a little bit of a dock in pay if you were to take a job for me. What kind of work are you looking to do at this moment in time?
Do you have like a list of jobs that might be available?
That's not how this works. You tell me what work you're willing to do, because I don't know if you're cops.
Well, we've done dungeon delvings. We've gone into ancient ruins. Some members of the party have survived a battle against demons in the elemental plane of Earth. Delved into the deep of the Underdark. Fought.
Stop cards are fast. I'm trying to write this down. Deep of the Underdark. You don't have to say deep of the Underdark. It is implied in the name that if you're in the Underdark, you're already deep within the crust of the earth. But continue on.
Plus, if you know we were cops, we would have to legally tell you we're cops or so.
That is the rule.
stopped an ancient mechanism from destroying the lives of an entire nation in the middle of the Zoraxan
were the reason
waste.
why the sickness went away, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't believe you.
A friend of the party sacrificed himself to close.
And how does that persuade me?
Well, he sacrificed himself as a way to shut down the obelisk that was draining all of the souls of the undead and slowly killing everyone. And through his sacrifice in our battle, defeated those who were trying to take away all of the undead and bring the god Mordecai into prominence of the gods. It was a god who was pushing.
Something tells me you like to read books. Is that true?
She pulls the 2 books she just bought. Yeah.
Proves my point. You're telling a story. I don't believe you.
No,
Emlyn has a drawing of it.
I do have
I'm
drawings
sorry.
of.
I thought I was amongst members of my community. That is my mistake for assuming that. But some of you do not know how the scientific method works out. Drawing pictures and telling, believe me, bro, trust me, bro, does not prove if something did or did not happen. Some people have very wild imaginations. Some wild imaginations I am talking. Some wild imaginations can create wild inventions with dangerous inventions, things that can destroy entire cities and civilizations. It's the wild imaginations you have to watch out for. I am done talking. What were you saying?
Well, I mean, she has diagrams of what we've written down from here, descriptions of how the Zoraxans created their technology, transferred their bodies into automatons, I believe was part of it, and activated these obelisks in the past, which is what initially started the drain, and then as the obelisk got reactivated, we had to come in and stop them, so that's...
The only piece of physical evidence that I can think of at this very moment is the notebook that Renatus. I believe you have a notebook.
Right.
That was from.
Do I still have the notebook, or did I give it to
I
Cram?
think you gave it to Cram.
I gave it to Cram.
Damn it.
Because I gave it to him so he could look in the book and be like, "Oh, that's my history."
And the
I don't
only
remember him
person
ever giving
that
it back.
The only person I think is going to believe us is Lady Darthbine, because I told her about it beforehand.
Lady Darthbine. Mm-hmm.
He helped them escape.
Are you familiar with her?
Very familiar with her.
Oh God.
You were being chased down by the people who were trying to kill all of your nation and all those who've been revived from death. And Lady Dark
The haters.
fought them off. There was a party of adventurers who were causing all of this turmoil.
Perhaps you are up to the tasks I might have for you.
Well, at the very least, we'll leave body parts in the...
Are you wanting to stay in the city or leave the city?
Stay for now.
Something local.
I mean, if there is like something that we can find while we're out of the city, that is fine too.
We could start locally first, just to get a feel for the kind of jobs you have available.
I am a brilliant man. Well, I was a brilliant man. I'm a brilliant other. However, trial and error, I will say. I think you all would be useful to take care of a particular problem that I have at this moment in time. Master, is this about my brother? Shut up, Experiment 27! This is about his brother. Our sibling, I like to call it. A particular, I will say, adventurous goal of mine tried to create using some spare parts I had here and there around the shop. Little did I know, it possessed some extra ability that I did not anticipate, and now has made its home within the mines of the Black Iron Mountains.
Iron? You're kidding.
I do not know how to joke.
So we just neutralize this creation?
Or
All
do
I
you
need is its heart back. Highly regenerative
Heart.
tissue of a troll. Trolls are hard to find, living at least here in these parts, and I could use that heart for this, and then to avoid the scope of the local authorities of my experimentations.
Okay.
Do what else you would like with the parts. I do not care.
Mhm.
Also,
Oh, yeah.
while you're in the Black Iron Mines, you might be able to find some other materials that I can find use for.
Do you happen to have a list of the kind of things you're seeking?
Well, if you just so happen to find some people you do not want to be breathing anymore, you can bring them to me, and I will take proper use of them.
Okay. So, take a troll's heart. Bring it back.
What are these wares that you have?
Oh, I have so many things.
Maybe some can be used in taking down this golem. An iron golem.
I have a number of things that can be used for all sorts of nefarious deeds. What are you looking to do? Are you wanting to perhaps violate the ethics of scientific exploration? Or simply create a ruckus? Are you lonely and looking to solve that?
I'm a bit lonely.
Well, get me enough spare parts and I can make you a new partner.
Oh,
And I'll tell you what, you get to pick the components. You get to build your own one.
sounds wonderful.
You have any maybe scrolls or texts that might be a bit unacceptable by conventional standards? Something a bit more black market?
Magic included? Weapons?
Weapons? Maybe.
Could we see them?
I am
That
no
or
enchanter, though.
Are there any good enchanters in the city?
There's one that I know of within the inner ring. At the hourglass and anvil.
Oh. Okay.
Although I'm not a fan. It's so dull to use magic. It's such a cheat. Look, I can snuff out a candle. Congratulations! I have to get up and blow it out with my mouth essence.
There's nothing wrong with taking a piece of work and giving it a little bit of magic, right?
I give it life.
So she like pulls the axe, her great axe out, saying, I don't really know if this needs life. It needs to hit harder and do things.
I can give it an upgrade.
What
See,
kind of
with the proper metal, it might be able to carry an electric current through the blade. Or upon hitting a switch, it can heat the metal rapidly, allowing you to not only slice, but burn or shock as well as you do so.
Interesting. My father, whenever he finished work like this, would normally just send it off to be enchanted. So you're saying you can do that with machinery?
I can, and I have.
Do these effects last, or are they just something you have to
Watch. He'll go over to the table, and so like he'll push a bunch of gears off. He'll pick up a stick. This stick is made of metal. It has a round red tip on it. It's like kind of like a pointer that like extends. And he'll go over to experiment 27, and you'll hear, and he'll stab it into the guy, and like you'll just watch as this electricity connects with the tissue of experiment 27, and he convulses and he falls to the ground for a second and starts to like seize a little bit. See?
And what would prevent the person from holding this axe? I mean, because it's mostly metal. I would need something to insulate myself from the effects.
I will take care of the logistics upon me taking this job on hand. I can include that as part of your payment if you'd like. A discount for the upgrade at a cost of some of the money versus paying more for the upgrade and getting a little bit of more money.
How much would the upgrade cost?
For this, 1,000 or so.
1,000 gold.
There you go.
That's a little out of my price range. For now.
Do the job and it won't be. Essentially what he's offering you is you can press a button to activate the charge within your axe. Upon it connecting and hitting, it does an additional 2d6 lightning damage.
That's pretty cool.
Doesn't he recharged?
I just assume it has so many charges per day. He didn't explain that. How many times can you use this before the effect wears off, or is it just...
He'll take the baton and throw it behind him. It clashes and knocks over some more stuff behind him. I don't know. I haven't tried.
Basically, you just don't want to have it on while you're carrying it so you don't hit yourself. Okay, well...
You ask a lot of obvious questions.
Yeah, no, sorry. I was just thinking the logistics of it, because, yeah, don't want to burn yourself, and electricity is just, yeah. Job. So, yeah, we need to go into the mines, find this creature, bring back anything else you might find useful, right?
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
We will return.
Alive. With all of our limbs.
Damn it.
And a heart.
Troll's heart.
Okay.
Shame.
Oh, thank you.
I could have given, like, that troll's heart to Talia. That would have given her regenerative abilities, right?
Oh shit, that's right. The
Potentially.
heart is gone now.
Who knows?
Okay.
Regenerative properties.
Yeah. Question for you. If you were to implant the heart from a changeling into a mortal who doesn't change shapes, would that have any interesting effects on them?
You have a changeling's heart, I might find.
Not
Useful.
anymore.
I've never tested this hypothesis before, but I would be interested in doing so.
Well,
Okay. All right. Emily's just gonna walk out. I can't listen to this anymore. This is. I can't listen to this.
interesting.
No, I can't listen. No, I'm not. I cannot believe.
Yeah. So,
I cannot believe you right now.
We'll be back. We'll be back. She was just okay. Out of character. Part of Sinash's curiosity is what's going to happen to Talia right now. She's gonna like wake up one day and she's gonna have changed shapes.
I don't think so.
Who knows? Thank you. We'll come back when the job's done.
Crazy.
So everybody's okay with this, right?
Really don't want to go to that cave, but sure.
It'd be all right.
I mean, we are adventurers. At least we'll feel like we're doing something.
It should be quick. It should be easy.
Never say it's easy.
Okay, let's go.
You know, we probably should have asked questions on what this golem's like, but too late now.
Could have, but we
He
got
said
it in the bag.
It'll be fine.
He said it's changed some since it's went to the mines, is all he said.
I figure
Maybe
we'll
it's
know it when
upgrading
we
itself.
see it.
Yeah.
Doesn't this remind you a bit of that thing you were fighting in Illyria?
The Draco?
The like thing
Hydra?
of all the bodies of all the creatures.
What do you know about that?
They talk stories, right?
Sure. Uh-huh.
What? Come on.
Uh,
It's like your first,
Well-
it's like one of your first adventures.
do.
Yeah, of course.
I do remember there was this one lady, nasty looking lady. Her eyes were sewn shut. Name was the architect, I believe.
Oh, her.
Yeah. She had quite a nasty view of constructs walking around her lab, attacking us. But we got up to her. Fortunately, she made use of the husk of a former friend of ours to attack us. But when I got my hands on her, I dragged her ugly mug through the ground and I bashed her skull into pulp.
She was the one that jailed me.
That's right. That's where we found Mr. Naoki.
You arrive at the top of the stairs and step out from the door, and it's probably shut and locked behind you. You begin to head out to the exit. Hello, Veiled Vanguard. I see that we meet again.
Fuck.
The High Stellar steps out from behind a bookshelf, holding a canocopic jar with this greenish formaldehyde like fluid that has a floating, what appears to be some sort of fetal stage of an animal within it. Interesting. I thought I might find something to feed my pet here, but it appears to be mostly preserved things. What did you find interesting?
I ain't never seen a place with so much dead shit suspended in green liquid.
Right. I heard interesting things about this place, but it seems to just be another taxidermy shop. Tourist type things.
We are foreigners.
You are. And how are you doing, Percy?
Yeah, as good as I'll ever be.
Every time I meet you, I am astounded by your mastery of the common language.
It's okay. I do try my hardest. Is that the time? I think we better get going.
Yeah, we are off to, help the realm.
Well, it is getting late.
Looks at the
Perhaps
watch.
I could escort you to wherever you're going. I do have quite a knowledge of the city.
They're looking for the mines.
The mines at such a late time at night.
Is it more dangerous to go to the mines at night than it is during the day?
No different during the day. It is always the same amount of light here. Too much. She'll start to walk. She'll immediately loop her arm into Renatus to have him escort her. You can follow me to the mines. It is a little bit of a longer walk, but I enjoy your company.
Okay.
As you walk down the path, now it's later in the evening with the amount of time that you've traveled today on foot, and you start to head down to the Ironheart district. How are you enjoying the city so far?
It's quite nice. There's a lot of food. The water is very interesting.
Some people have issue with the water, but it is a sign of our advances in technology. But I imagine that, given the right blessings, that the Lady of the Void will allow us to purify the water soon.
Yeah, I mean, who needs water, right? Just living people. Interesting.
Oh, I get the joke. Yes, you are correct.
We saw an execution of one of the rebel members today. I was wondering what the her lady's view on the rebels are.
You see, not this interesting question. The Blackshire family is an ancient bloodline descended directly from the blessing of her ladyship herself to be stewards of her domain here on the mortal plane. So anyone who would want to disrupt this natural order is evil.
Obviously.
And you share the same views?
Do I share the same views?
Of course.
These are the words coming out of my mouth, of course.
Very well.
The Blackshires have a duty to protect the city and the domain of Nexus. It is the duty that their family has been charged with for a long time. It is not their fault they are cursed with the thirst of blood. That is part of fair trade.
Have they ever been punished by Lady Nexus? Ever? Have they ever done something that... Very curious about that.
Why would they be punished? They take their job very seriously.
This is good. There's never been like a bad kid in the family?
Their sacrifice comes from the desire to protect their people when the other gods wanted to ravage and destroy them over their own petty arguments.
Yeah, one could say that a lot of the reason cities fall is the greed and ignorance of man. So,
Good thing they are not mortal men.
right. Lots of
What do
knowledge,
you
lots of wisdom.
what do you think would happen to the city if the rebels somehow managed to win? Would her lady stop protecting it?
Getting rid of the chosen few of a god, no small thing. It is a very big insult.
Of course.
It got very close to happening not that long ago, didn't it? The plague.
Yes, but it mysteriously stopped. Unfortunately, the reason we never found out.
I'm sure he will. I'm sure it'll come out sometime.
From what we know, it was being orchestrated by followers of Mordecai.
She spits onto the sidewalk at this. Ugh. He is nothing but a Sealnor brown noser.
Now, why would one of the gods be so concerned about another god? But I guess he was a follower once, when he was mortal.
The death of Sealnor was a great thing. He was a terrible being.
You're sure about that?
He was one of the leaders of the Divine War that cursed this land and forced people to trade in their own mortality for protection. But it's not so bad being undead.
Did you hear of the news of Draelwen?
I did.
What's her lady's view on that?
I don't know. I do not ask her opinion. We do not braid each other's hair and drink tea while gossiping about the whims of other gods.
I mean, the whims of other gods have broken one protection. What's to say that yours is safe?
I hope you're not insinuating something blasphemous, Percy, especially when she
Of
has
course
gotten
not.
such a liking to you.
I mean, I'm just more curious that if one protection can be easily broken, what's to stop these rebels, let's say?
Nexus existed long before Sealnor and Alnor came to be. They even existed longer than Zolna and Skade. She was one of the first. And she is what everything will return to when this whole thing comes crashing down. She is the void.
Your power alone is what protects this nation.
She is very strong. I would give you pamphlet, but we mostly find them thrown away after we hand them out.
Yeah. And are you feeling a better connection to her now that the edicts of Casimir have passed, or did that ever impact
My
you?
connection never faltered.
What's with the people?
See, Nexus was never a god that had to appear before people. She never had to make herself known. When you are sitting, laying your head down in your bed, you begin to drift off to sleep. Your mind drifts into a inky darkness before other domains take over. You've always known the void. It's always been there. She doesn't have to proclaim herself a god and come down and make some sort of small monologue speech and give threats. Everyone knows what the void is.
I mean, that doesn't not make sense because that's how the dreams come along too.
Do you know a lot about the night sky in regards with Nexus, or are they not related?
The night sky and the cosmos. The night sky gives us a map. It is made by the Unveiled. A map to secrets of the world. The Unveiled is the keeper of secrets after all. The daughter of Nexus. But Astoria was another name, the Unveiled.
We'll keep this in mind. This is good information.
So, just to head down this road, you'll find the entrance to the mines. I assume that you have all the right paperwork you need. Are you going in to mine some ore to sell at market, or?
Personal selling. A one-on-one type trade, if you will. Nothing marketplace-ish.
Well, you'll find no problem. Just provide the proper forms you fill out to the quartermaster, and they'll let you in. No problem.
Sorry, we're new here. Where would one get those forms?
Oh, you did not have forms. We walked all this way. Now we're gonna have to walk 3 hours back to Inner Ring, and
Well, is there any way we could convince the guards to let us in? We're not there to mine.
but the
They're
forms are
just-
very important. It is important to the function of the city. But just this once, I will go over and persuade them to let you in. But on one condition.
Okay.
I would like this Percy to come visit me back at the Chantry once you are done on this one-on-one transaction.
If it is what her lady desires.
Now tell me, Percy, you mentioned that you might have fallen out of favor with whatever thing you might follow. Tell me, if one of your friends get horribly crushed by a falling rock inside there, will you be able to help them?
I believe I will.
An interesting thought. Well, give me a moment. She'll go over and she will talk to the the night watch that is standing there outside the mine and gesture towards you. They don't put up any kind of argument. They recognize immediately who she is. She comes back, her robe kind of flowing in the wind as she does so. I pulled string for you.
Thank you.
I will say that
Thank you very
seem
much.
like good people. Maybe when you're done with this, there might be a job I have for you. You might even get the ability to meet the Blackshires face to face, no?
That's exciting.
And those who fall in the greatest of favor are the Blackshires. they do get the honor of their blessing. If they so want, it's not forced.
Oh, you mean
This, or like a little handprint on the.
I assume that's the blessing of Nexus granting.
The great stillness, yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
However, I must go. There is much to do. Harvest festival coming up. Big holy day for Nexus.
Of course. Thank you for your assistance in the conversation.
I wish you well.
Of course, we'll make sure Percy comes to visit you as promised.
She will turn and walk away.
Okay.
And as they're walking into the cave, Emily's just gonna kind of nudge Percy. So, you and Tora officially know more? What's going on there? You join in the new... What's happening?
I'm conflicted. I don't know.
They seem to want you. This could be great news.
But they show no desire to stop this evil in the world. Why would they stand idly by when danger is around? Even if they are more powerful, why?
Because they only care for keeping their lifestyle afloat.
You can't save everyone. You should, save the people closest to you. I think we practiced that quite well back in the last city. And I feel that's a common feeling for a lot of people. Maybe even for entities that aren't people. Gods, goddesses, furthermore. Maybe they'd rather protect their subjects. Their worshippers.
She may just be feeling that Percy's vulnerable and an easy mark.
I'm being convinced. Sounds kind of cool. And doesn't sound like she's very one-on-one, but if we could ask her questions, that would be mind-blowing. Could you imagine? With the age and the whole idea of the void and what we know is coming. Could be a lot of
That's
things.
right.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I think you should dig your heels in deep. Dig your claws in there. Get to know all you can. You don't have to, really love it in your heart. But if you do, that's a bonus, right?
I mean, but faith is faith.
why would I?
Believing.
Yeah, why would I follow a faith I don't believe in?
How else would you get your power?
To me, I don't know you very well, Mr. Percy, but you seem to be in a state of distress, and looks like she's fixing to dig her fangs into you one way or another.
I mean, he was right though. What if, let's say you do die? I don't know anyone else here who can bring you back. I mean, we have that scroll, but that's a one-time use. After that, who's got the power? And if Tora has abandoned me, then can I do it without?
Are you suggesting you have no powers right now at all, Percy? That you can't?
I mean, no, of course, but how long before
I need you to think about what you can control. What she mentioned is a worst case scenario. One of us goes down and doesn't get back up. What we gotta do is make sure that doesn't happen in the first place.
Of course, no, I'm not saying that I want you all to fall, but if it happens,
Putting your head in a negative space. She's making you think that way.
Percy, look at
yes.
how much you are willing to sacrifice. Look at your hand and tell us that faith matters. Your willingness to sacrifice is what matters. Faith isn't easy. It's about believing. And the Groves don't really believe in the gods, but there's some power in your faith, so it shouldn't matter if Torah believes in you. What matters is, do you believe in him?
But if your faith is never rewarded, why believe in it at all? If it doesn't matter, if it doesn't do anything.
What do you think's been happening to people since the Tears of Tumas? Prayers came unanswered all over. You're one of the lucky few who a god actually answered, and because he's quiet now, because he fought to keep you alive, and he put us all here, that you're willing to give up on him?
I never said I'd give it up. He's given up on me. I can't... Huh?
He didn't...
Look at this. He'll like pull out both of the broken symbols. Look at these. And you're telling me I've given up? I've kept these, still broken. He's given up on me here.
Or Nexus is twisting them, or Contras is breaking them. We don't know what's happening, Percy. Your god fought and lost, but he's still around. He's just weak.
We don't know that.
We don't know anything.
That's true. That is exactly right.
Right? And why do people keep worshipping the gods through all the years where magic was gone and where prayers weren't answered anymore and people were dying of sickness, but they still believed? Right? Now the Edicts of Casimir are gone and he should be able to walk back here in person, but we know why he can't do that, because he already did. He came down and did exactly what everyone had been praying for him to do for decades, to come in and visit them and join them. And he fought, and he gave us a chance to do right after we made everything fucked up.
No.
I don't know, man. We'll see.
I don't know anything about what you are talking about. But I wouldn't say you should take this Nexus lady, her priestess's hand, just because it's the easy option in front of you. That's my position.
I think about the upgrades.
I can help in your stead too.
I mean, if the power's there to help more people, why not take it?
If gods are just transactional, that's really up to you. You're the cleric.
You can choose to be faithless, like me.
Yeah, I mean, Naoki draws his faith from the natural power of the world. Right? The magic is there.
It's just how you invoke it.
The magic was... No, yeah, okay, sure.
Right. How about we get our asses in that mine and we do the job we came to do?
Yeah. We're here to kick ass.
Just keep your chin up. Try not to let any of us die the best you can. I think you'll do fine.
Of course.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's get this adventure on the way.
And like, as we're traversing,
go ahead.
I was just curious about what we were seeing as we were walking. Are there gems in the rocks? Loose gems? Any gems? Coal? Iron?
Okay.
Or iron.
I would say that the High Stellar would have explained this to you. The Black Iron Mountains have a particularly rare metal that exists here. An iron that is incredibly durable and powerful. It's actually the reason why the city has the mechanizations that it does. It is said that during the war between gods, a god was stabbed in the stomach, and as their divine ichor fell upon the world, it fell where these mountains are, soaking the earth in their blood, which then hardened and became the iron that exists here and is being mined out of this mountain. For this main part of the cavern, the ore is all gone. This has been clean, and what you can guess from the how long you walk for about 20-30 minutes, it's still going off and branching into these different tunnels and going deeper and deeper into the mountains. The air is heavy, it is incredibly stuffy. You feel as if the walls are closing in on you as you are looking into this darkness. Does anybody, I'm guessing you light a light source or use your light cantrip, Emmeline?
Yeah, light cantrip for sure.
And as you use this light cantrip, at the edges of the range of the spell, you feel as if the light is being sucked away, absorbed by the darkness that surrounds you.
That's new.
Can
It's
people with dark vision
actually
are struggling
fascinating.
as well?
It's like staring through, I'm gonna say this is the best way I can. It's like staring into white noise a lot. Like you can see, but it's blurry. It's like unclear or unfocused.
Does it all seem to be like one route so far?
Everything's fine so far. You've passed a few workers leaving the mines, but at this point, as you've walked for a little bit longer, you stop seeing people. You start to find dead ends.
There's no chance we could have asked one of the miners if they'd heard of a monster in the mines while we were passing by, right?
You ask a dragonborn living person this question. I do not know about any monster, but there have been a few of the workers who have gone missing, not to be seen.
Do you have any idea what part of the mines they were working in?
And these tunnels go all over.
Okay. Thank you. Talia, so used to asking her to lead the way.
It's true, we don't really know the direction anymore, do we?
Well, that's fine.
Maybe we should just look for clues as we're walking.
Blood. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Maybe we should have asked about the foot shape of this creature so we could know what to track. But
If it's kid,
any
there should be. I'm assuming streaks of blood, the smell of copper in the air might be an indication. Who knows?
maybe.
Can you not like turn into a dog and smell it out or something? A wolf?
Not if it's iron.
Why not? Iron. It has a smell, doesn't it?
Iron has a smell, but I don't want to smell it.
Interesting. So yeah, let's keep an eye out as we go and see if we can find any clues, abandoned gear, things like that. And I guess that's what we're going to start looking for, is any signs of where miners might have gone missing, and hopefully find a trail.
as the party begins to search deeper into these mines and start to look out for any signs of struggle or attack, you venture deeper into the darkness of the Black Iron Mountain range. And what happens next will have to be a story for another time. So everyone, that's where we're ending tonight's session of Prestige Encounters. I'd like to thank all of our role players who were part of tonight's session, along with our audience members. Oh man, we will not see you for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, everybody, as we are taking next week off for our Thanksgiving break. And yeah, we're looking forward to some great guest appearances over the next couple months. And I will go ahead and pass on over to Jeremiah, who plays, oh my god, Diablo, not Rosad, in our campaign.
Yeah, it was a great session, everybody. That voice does put a little bit of a strain that I'm getting used to again, but it's fun to do it again. And we had some very interesting discussions, some character stuff being dug up a little bit. And now we're gonna fight a gigantic flesh golem, I assume. It's been on the loose for a while. I don't know how big it's gonna be. Probably pretty big. But yeah, I can't wait to see what else happens. Got this fresh new recolor of Diablo's art, white and gold now, because that's how he looks. And yeah, I'm gonna pass it over to Quentin, who plays Renatus.
Hey, thank you so much, Jeremiah. Yeah, oh boy, can't wait to see how the party's gonna handle this situation we've got ourselves into now, especially having to play politics and everything. But yeah, I guess we'll have to see where the story takes us. But yeah, great overall session. Some good RP moments, a little bit of backstory here and there, but just a taste of it. Just enough to keep us engaged. But yeah, great session all around. And as always, thank you to everyone who's chatting it up in chat tonight. Thank you to all of our wonderful role players for bringing this amazing story to life. And speaking of amazing stories, thank you to our wonderful DM Michael for putting together such an amazing story for us and bringing us here each and every week that we can to bring it to life for all of you. So that's basically all I got. So with that, I'll pass it over to Guy, who's playing Sanasha.
Oh, it's me. But I don't know why I did that. Yeah, it was a good session. Lots of fun. Interesting seeing this new city and meet some new characters. And like when you play like a game and you're like faced with like one of those decisions where you can only join one faction or the other. Normally I just stop playing those games at that point. But I'm going to keep sticking this through. We'll see where we side with. Do we side with the rebels who might be good or might be just as bad as the Blackshires? Do we side with the ancient vampires and make our two companions angry with our decision? Will we just say screw it and set the entire city on fire and open up another portal for a different demon prince? Who knows? That's a story for another day. But lots of fun playing with y'all. And I'm going to pass it on to Percy, played by Josh.
Yeah, good fun session. I don't really have much to say. I like this place. I like killing golems in a cave. That sounds pretty D&D like. And maybe I like a new god. Who knows? But other than that, I'm gonna
You got a girlfriend.
pass it on to Chloe, who plays Emmeline.
I'm gonna echo similar sentiments. It was a super fun session. No combat, but that's okay. We're getting lots of lore, which I'm eaten up by the handful. It's pretty sad that we're not gonna have a session next week, but Thanksgiving is hopefully gonna go very well for all of you and all the chatters. And it gives us time to review the lore. So that'll be super exciting. And that's all I really got. I'm really looking forward to that. So with that, I'm gonna hand it over to Dream Boy himself, Naoki, played by Isaac.
Yeah, very intriguing session, meeting random people, tailing us behind. Apparently, we are not very well known in the city by the dark web. So that's going to be fun to see whenever we decide whose team do we want to play on, red or blue. You know, it'll be very interesting to see. And then also fighting this iron golem thing. And then maybe getting a cool axe upgrade. That'd be neat. Maybe even more for the other people that use weapons. There's like, I can count like 3 on our team.
I think Diablo needs electric fists.
That'd be fun.
We've had enough. We've had enough elemental fists in this campaign, or line of campaigns, I should say.
Get like,
and then Percy,
fists, then, you know.
Yeah, and then Percy, high key, just questioning his faith. He's confused. I'm not sure what he'll do. Will he stick with Torah, or will he go with the higher goddess Nexus? We'll have to see. Or will he just be like, you know what? Fuck religion. I'm doing my own thing.
Man, I am my own god. Worship me.
We'll have to see. But I'll throw that back over to Michael now.
Thank you
Take the mic.
so much there, Isaac. And I'm going to do the rest of this outro as if I am a ghoulish captain. Thank you so much to everyone for our insight session. I cannot use my lists, so some consonants are not available to me right now. However, I'll see you in 2 weeks at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at Twitch.tv Souls. Until next time, I have nothing else to say other than bye!
Bye!
Bye! Happy Thanksgiving.